Hey again, people. Yeah, I just done a video, but obviously it didn't work, so I got to do another one. But this time I can actually speak freely. Um, I just wanted to basically talk about how I see people and how I see their life. Um, you get people saying, "Oh yeah, they're happily in love" and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still think love's a word, and I think basically, if you do actually, aka love that person, then don't just say it. Show them. You know, actually show them. Specifically show them. Don't just like say, "Oh yeah, yeah, I love that person. I'll do anything for them," and so on. That's not going to do it. Actually, just like you know, take the effort to go up to their place, whatever, and just spoil them. Prove it to them. Because once you've done that, then they know. I mean, yeah, we can all go around saying "I love you" and all this crap, but it's different when you actually show it from the heart, because then it actually means something. And I think basically, if we could all just like, if we all actually did get together, like every single one of us in the world, and there's no singles whatsoever, I think after a while, to be quite honest, we'd all, you know, go end up being single again anyway, because then I don't know how long you can actually stay with someone for before you actually get annoyed with them or bored with them, or I mean that's why people cheat in the first place, isn't it? If the partner can't satisfy the partner, the other person walks. So but basically this is what I see on people. It's not about relationships, I'm just using an example. So basically a couple of times I've seen people walking on the street hand in hand. Yeah, they look happy for them for now, but when they get behind closed doors you don't know what's happening. You don't know if they're arguing, they're debating about something silly, arguing over the bathroom, or I mean, in the olden days, oh, I'm not that old, but in the olden days, people would get married at the age of fucking 20 and they'd be together for like, so many years. And you think, yeah, that's love, because obviously they've been together so long, but I keep saying to myself, marriage is a piece of paper, but don't get me wrong. You want to spend your life with that person, go for it. Make sure the other person wants the same. You never know until you actually say. So, yeah. I think at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say, on my opinion, for people is, if you think you're at the stage where you prefer to be on your own, then it's up to you at the end of the day. But if you're with someone at the moment and you want to be on your own, that's different, because you don't want to really upset them. You don't want to hurt them. You don't want to ignore them, basically, and come out with, oh, get the picture, basically. I'm not talking to you. That means we're done. I don't, think that that's the good way to go. I think basically if the person wants to be out of the relationship, then just say it. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's gonna hurt, but just say it so the other person knows. You know, if you're in a relationship at the moment, but you don't want to be in it, I agree. To be quite honest, it's very hard to say to that person, because you don't want to upset them or you don't hurt their feelings. But I think you would rather want to tell them than actually string it along and keep going, because the other person could be pouring their heart out, and it will be a waste if the other person doesn't feel the same. So, if you're in a relationship at the moment, and you think the other person doesn't want to be with you, but they're still staying with you because of how they're afraid of actually hurting you, then look for the signs, basically. You know, if they seem a bit off with you, or, you know, they're not talking much, or they kind of avoid you a little bit, then maybe that's a stage, that's a sign for you to maybe think, okay, either it's, you know, you've done something wrong, or you need to back off a bit. I mean, I've not been in that situation, I'm just using an example. I think sometimes people actually look at themselves and go, I think my partner's off with me because, you know, one minute we were at each other, you know, like rabbits, and then next 2 days or something, you know, she was off with me. But doesn't mean that she might have her own problems, or he might have his own problems. Don't try and confront him, though, because you could make it worse. Let him get on with it. I mean, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. They will come back to you. But if it's not, yes, don't get me wrong, it hurts. But you got to remember one thing. You were born in this world on your own. You know, apart from your mum and that. If you have to die alone, you die alone. But in my point of view, I'd rather die happily than actually be sad. And this is my opinion. Other people might say, no, no, I prefer to die alone, sad, because at least you know then you got no one that's going to hurt you even more. But I still think if you want to actually be happy and that, and you do find someone you want to spend it with, then go for it. Because, yeah, you only live once, and as much as people say it all the time, I hear it all the time on videos and everyone else saying it, you know, what's the point in relationships? It's not about the relationship. You know, it's not about the love. Well, you know what I mean. It's about, I would rather have someone there for me actually to fall back on than actually think about the sex in my book, if you know what I'm saying. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. I think if a man and a woman, or a woman and a woman, or a man and a man wants to be together, then I think we should all basically just butt out of it and let it go on. I don't think, you know, everyone should get involved, to be quite honest. It doesn't matter if you know them. It doesn't matter if you want your own opinion to be put aside. Yeah, you put your opinion in, but then when we tell you to butt out, fucking butt out. Simple. You know, if someone wants to be with someone, you don't need your mate sitting there or anything going, oh no, you can't go with her and all this crap, or you can't go with him because it just doesn't. I think, in my point of view, I think it's out of order that the way that some people treat people, you know, and I wonder why that some people don't actually get to be with their, you know, Mrs. Right or Mr. Right because of all the people that stick their oar in, to be quite honest. And I think at the end of the day, why can't they mind their own business? You know, if you want to be with someone, go for it. Forget what everyone else is saying. At the end of the day, it's what you want. You know, if you love that girl, go for it. If you love that boy, go for it. If you love your sister, fucking go for it. It doesn't make a difference. Yes, it might be incest to other people, but you can't help who you fall for, and I will keep saying that over and over again. So, people, listen to me. This is from the bottom of my heart. You're not alone. You know, you have a major crush on someone, or it's more. Don't look, you know, because you'll look back on this and go, I should have gone up to that person. I should be with that person right now. Don't sit there and wait for it. It ain't gonna happen. Either you make the first move, or just walk away. So, I think, you know, I've basically said as much as I can. But I want people to just, one final thing. If you are in a relationship at the moment and you think it's going downhill, give it a chance. If it doesn't work, then leave. But give the person you're with a heads up first. Because, you know, like I said, you don't want to hurt them. But you'll be hurting them even more if you don't tell them. Okay, people, I think I'm done because I actually have never made a video longer than this. But yeah. So, if you have any questions or anything you want answered, if you're with someone at the moment and you think they might be cheating or something because they're like distant, if you need someone to talk to, I might be a complete stranger, but I've been in a situation, I might be able to help. Okay, comment down below, subscribe, get back to me, respond to this video, and hopefully whatever all I've said here, I've helped a few people, and that's really all I can do. I just want to say a few things quickly before I go, if I can make this up to 12:30. I just want to say a few names, which I'm only saying this as because they're my best friends, basically. But I want to just say, basically, one thing to Claire. She knows who she is. Without her, basically, I wouldn't be here. She'll probably go, what do you mean? But anyway, without her, I just basically want to thank her. Laura and I want to thank you as well. Sarah, we don't get on, but you've always been there for me, so thanks. And Tish, we get on as well, but, you know, just, I want to thank them 4 or 5 people, mostly, because they've always been there for me. And I hope I can still spend friendship with them. So as I've gone over my time limit, yeah, so thanks for listening, people, and I'll make one as soon as, once I've woken up, had a coffee and that. So yeah, like I said, thanks to them 5 people, and I'm actually happy you're in my life. So, peace out, people, have a good day, and speak to you soon.